So let's talk about the second installment of the Hunger Games, Catching Fire. Big D's, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Dual, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2013 dystopian sci-fi adventure flick, The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, released by Lionsgate, based on Suzanne Collins' novel of the same name that came out in 2009. Of course, this is the second installment of the Hunger Games film series. Produced by Nia Jacobson and John Killick with co-production by Lionsgate. The film was directed by Francis Lawrence, who was best known for directing music videos, and also this was his fourth film after he recently directed Constantine, Water for Elephants, and I Am Legend. The film's screenplay was done by Simon Beaufoy and Michael Arndt, although he was credited as Michael De Bruyne. Now, of course, we have Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson, Elizabeth Banks, Lenny Kravitz, Stanley Tucci, and Donald Sutherland back from the last film. Joining them include Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jeffrey Wright, Sam Claflin, sorry, didn't see that. Lynn, Cohen, Jena Malone, and Plummer. Now, this film begins a few months after the first film, as Katniss Everdeen and fellow District 12 tribute Peeta Mellark have returned home safely after winning the Hunger Games. And throughout the story, Katniss senses that a rebellion against the oppressive capital is simmering among the districts. Now, before I get into the review, if you haven't seen my review for the first movie, click on that card and that'll take you to my review of the first Hunger Games in case you might have missed it or if you would like to see it again. So anyway, okay, that ought to do it. Okay, on with the story. Not just a review. Sometime after Katniss and Peeta returned to District 12 following their victory in the 74th Hunger Games, President Snow visits Katniss and explains that her actions in the games have inspired uprisings. He orders her to use the upcoming victory tour to convince him that her actions were out of love and not defiance against the capital, warning her that her friends, family, and everyone else in District 12 will otherwise face execution. While visiting the various districts in the tour, riots and revolutionary sentiment was often shown by the local populaces, which would usually lead to the perpetrators being executed or taken away. The final location of the tour was at an upper-class party where Katniss and Peeta met Plutarch Heavensbee, who explained he'd be the new game maker due to the last one's death. During the tour, Katniss's mentor, Haymitch, also warned her that victors of the games must serve as mentors to future tributes and that their show of love will be forced to continue for the rest of their lives. Peacekeepers under Commander Romulus Thread began to mercilessly raid homes and other places throughout District 12, and Katniss's friend Gale is publicly whipped after tackling Thread to stop him from killing civilians. Haymitch, Peeta, and Katniss use their influence as Hunger Games victors to save Gale from further torture and death. Thread calmly gives in, but then declares curfew on District 12's residents under threat of death on sight. The upcoming Hunger Games, the 75th overall and the third quarter quell, is announced, and will involve tributes selected from previous victors. Katniss devotes herself to ensuring Peeta survives. On Reaping Day, Haymitch's name is drawn, but Peeta immediately volunteers to take his place. Haymitch reveals that the tributes are angry about being forced to return to the games and will most likely attempt to stop it. For her pre-games interview, Katniss wears a wedding dress as ordered by Snow, but her stylist Cinna sets it to transform into a symbol of a mockingjay. Pia announces that he and Candace, who had previously announced their engagement during the victory tour, in an unsuccessful attempt to quell the districts, are expecting a child. The citizens then protest for the games to be stopped to no avail. Just before Candace enters the arena, Senna is severely beaten by peacekeepers in front of her as punishment for his tampering with her dress and then dragged away. In the games, Candace and Pia ally themselves with District 4 tributes Finnick O'Dare and the elderly Mags, his mentor. When the arena's force field shocks Pia, stopping his heart, Finnick resuscitates him. The group is later forced to flee from a poisonous fog. When Pia cannot go on, Mag sacrifices herself to that Finnick so that Finnick can help him. The group discovers that water removes the gas-induced blisters. When mandrills attack, Pia is saved by the unexpected sacrifice of a tribute from District 6. The group escapes to the beach where Finnick greets District 3's Wirus and BT, and District 7's Johanna Mason. Wirus repeats the phrase TikTok, leading Candace to realize that the arena is designed like a clock, with regular hazards each hour contained within their respective zones. Wirus' throat is slit by Gloss, one of the careers. Gloss is then fatally shot by Candace, while Johanna kills his sister, Kashmir. Finnick is injured by another career, and the game makers spin the clock to disorient the tributes. Alright, now for the ending. You know the procedure. Like always, you have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue on. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. BT suggests luring the rest of the careers to the wet beach and electrocuting them, taking advantage of the lightning that strikes every 12 hours. The group separates to prepare the trap, laying down wire. When Bruce and Enobaria emerge, Johanna stuns Candace, cuts the tracker out of her arm, and flees. Candace finds an unconscious BT. Unable to find Peta and hearing a cannon, Candace almost kills Finnick, thinking he betrayed them, but he reminds her to remember who the real enemy is. Candace attaches wire to an arrow and shoots it into the arena roof just as lightning strikes. The lightning is conducted along the wire, causing the arena shields to fail and the roof to fall, and Candace is knocked unconscious. Candace awakens in an aircraft to find Hamish BT still unconscious, Finnick, and Plutarch Heavensby, the head game maker, who is revealed to be a rebel against Snow. He tells her they are bound for District 13, headquarters of the new rebellion, and that half the tributes were aware of the plan to escape with Cadmus, who symbolizes the growing rebellion. They were unable to rescue Pia and Johanna, as they still have their trackers on them. A distraught Cadmus is sedated after attempting to attack Hamish for violating his promise to save Peta. She awakens to find Gale by her side, who reassures her that her family is safe, but that District 12 has been destroyed by the Capitol. End of story. So what did I think of the Hunger Games Catching Fire? I'm going to say I really enjoyed it just as much as I liked the last one. The film did get good positive reviews and what have you, saying to be an improvement over its predecessor, a more confident, more polished movie, and what have you. Everyone praised Jennifer Lawrence's portrayal as Katniss. Yes, she was good again. The themes, the action sequences, musical score, which was once again done by James Newton Howard. The screenplay, the visual effects, and emotional depth. And it was the most critically acclaimed chapter in this, according to Rotten Tomatoes. It received numerous award nominations. Yeah. And the song Atlas was nominated for a Grammy Award and a Golden Globe Award. Anyway, The film went on to become the highest grossing film in the Hunger Games franchise, going on to make $865 million worldwide, and it became the fifth highest grossing film of 2013 and Lionsgate's highest grossing film to date. Yeah. And actually, it became the first 2D film since The Dark Knight, as well as the first film with a female lead since The Exorcist to top the yearly box office. Really something. Yeah, I agree with all the reviews. This film was really good, and I really got to enjoy it. I have revisited all these films. This was just wow, so much fun. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah. But now as for the cast, we have Josh Hutcherson back as Peeta, Liam Hemsworth as Hawthorne, Woody Harrelson as Haymitch, Elizabeth Banks as Effie, Lenny Kravitz as Santa, Stanley Tucci as Flickerman, and Donald Sutherland as President Snow. Let's see, we have Philip Seymour Hoffman as Heavensbee, Jeffrey Wright as BT. Let's see here. Sam Claflin as Finnick, Lynn Cohen as Max, and Jena Malone as Johanna, and Amanda Plummer as Virus. Yes, all the cast is really good, and I really do like the story and what have you. I may not have read the books, but at least I've become a big supporter for films like this and what have you. So anyway, it was just a blast. This was really good, and I really got to enjoy it. So anyway, it did so well that soon we would get the next one, Mockingjay, released, but in two parts though. And well, that would be out the next year, and the second half would follow the next year. So anyway, with all that said, a great story, great direction. Yeah, Francis Lawrence did a great job on this direction. A great score, great cast. If sound like a broken record, I apologize if I mentioned anything I already said. And with all that stuff they've got, in the end, would I recommend The Hunger Games Catching Fire? The answer is hell yeah. Yes, this is definitely a film you definitely gotta see. Yes. So anyway, what are your thoughts on the Hunger Games Catching Fire? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned for my upcoming spoiler-free reviews of 2 movies I'll be seeing soon. Now, of course, again, if you didn't see my last video, I was going to do Mockingjay next time, but I'm rescheduling those for Sunday. I'll probably do the first part on Sunday and then the second half on Monday of next week. Plus, it'll include the second part will include the ranking of the franchise. Okay? Thank you for your understanding. So, if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and well, you know the rest. Anyway, if you like this video, consider checking out my reviews for these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is the review I did for the second installment of the Harry Potter franchise in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Or if you want to go to the upper right-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of the new Ryan Reynolds flick on Netflix called The Adam Project, or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of The Batman, which Jeffrey Wright is actually in. And the bottom right corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.